Yo, what's going on YouTubers, gamers and hobbyists? Welcome to another episode of On The Bench with Pete, and today I'm doing something quite different, hopefully working on a piece of homemade terrain. Here, I'm trying to do a stone effect, but the problem is I don't want to be using up my expensive paints to cover such a large area, basically. I was going to say wide area, but I meant large area. So I'm going to be trying it with poster paints. We'll see. There's no detail to obscure, so hopefully that'll go in my favour. If it all goes wrong, I'll just paint over it. Start again. Right. Okay, so what I'm going to do is mix up some of this. Grab yourselves a brush, grab yourselves a model, paint along with me. Let's rid the world of unpainted miniatures, and I'm just doing this by eye. Because that's the way I roll. Right. So a little bit of that and a little bit of that. Now I'm just going to mix it up with the white and the black to get, hopefully, what I'll aim for. My idea is a Mechanicus standard grey, or a bit darker even. I'm aiming for something like that, so I'm just going to use that as a kind of guide really. So I'm just popping these paints in here. Poster paint, it might be no good at all, in which case I'll have to abandon that idea. It's quite a large bit of terrain, that's the problem. But it's mixing up, it's mixing okay. Let's get in there. Get in there. Definitely get in there. Right. Just a wee bit more. I think might be there. So I want to kind of do an overbrush with this. Camera down. That's what I'm kind of doing. So kind of an overbrush. This paint's just globbing everywhere now. But let's get in there. Let's get in there. Bit more. That may do us. I don't know. So what I'll have to do, obviously, is dry this off. Right off. Poster paints. Well, luckily they're kind of a water-based paint anyway. But we'll see. This turns into a complete train wreck, then I've only got myself to blame. Right, so I'm just going to start on the edge here. Do, I don't know, just any old kind of overbrush. You see, what I'm going to do, hopefully, is sketch some brickwork detail in. And hopefully I can do that maybe with a pen or a pencil. I'm not sure yet. Literally the problem with this is the sheer size of it. It really is. There's no way I'm using up that much like Citadel paint or Vallejo paint or pretty much any manufactured paint. Not when I can get bottles like that for like 50p a bottle or whatever. And if it looks rubbish, then you know, I've learnt a way not to do it, haven't I? That's the way I look at it, yeah? That's the way you gotta look at stuff. It's not failing, it's just working out how not to do stuff. But the price of enlightenment can be dear. So what I will do after is just blow a bit of black around the airbrush, around the like door frames and whatnot, and see how that goes. Basically anything that doesn't look smooth is going to be in my favour. So bits where the foam's showing through, that's all kind of cool for me. You know, I don't mind that. So I've got a few things I want to discuss with you guys, because, well, I don't know if any of you are familiar with mini wargaming, and I'm sure you are, and in particular their narrative campaigns. I was going to get a new piece of blue towel there. Yeah, the narrative campaigns. Let's see if this looks any better. Light on there. Yeah, that's better. Do you remember their first narrative campaign they ever did? It's called The Fate of Fayoum. That's kind of what got most people into the mini wargaming vault. Well, it's kind of got their most. It's responsible for most of their vault sign-ups, and you can see why. It started off the whole genre of narrative campaigns, and that's cool. And I've looked at that. It was broken down into kind of 6 missions with A and a B. Like A is the free mission on YouTube, and the B you could only watch in the mini wargaming vault, and it followed the story. So if you was getting into it, you really had to sign up. So that's how it all came about, and that's cool. But I've been watching their Fate of Fayoum again, because I'm missing. They haven't done a traditional narrative campaign in the old sense for some time now, and I'm missing it. So what I've done is I've gone back to kind of re-watch them, and I started watching it and I was thinking, this was 6th edition Warhammer when they did this, and I wonder how it would pan out if it was to be done in 7th edition rules, or how it would have panned out. Do you know what I mean? So I've taken it upon myself to recreate that famous first mission, which was called Ambush, using 7th edition rules. But what I didn't bank on was the sheer scale of their resources at mini wargaming. I mean, for that one mission alone, because it was based in a forest, they used 17 scatter templates with trees on, 17 bases of trees, and obviously I've not got that many, so I'm having to make them. Now I looked at, you look at it, you think, oh, he doesn't bring that many Tyranids, Matt, to the table, even though it's more points than the Necrons as part of the narrative. But he brought 5 squads of 10 Gene Stealers, 50 Gene Stealers. That's a lot of Gene Stealers, and I don't have that many. I could fill them out with Termagants or Hormagants. True. Don't really want to do that. And I might be able to get away with maybe 3 squads. I might have 2 squads, I don't know. Either way, I need to get myself another squad of Gene Stealers. But the 2 Lictors and a Death Leaper. I mean, man. Gargoyles he used, which I've got gargoyles, that's not a problem. No problem at all. But when you look at it on the video, you think, oh, that's not many Tyranids. When you go to recreate it, you think, blimey, that's a lot of Tyranids. I don't have that many. So I'm having to make trees terrain, scatter terrain, just to try and. I realise I'm not going to be able to recreate it exactly, but I want to get as close as damn it, you know. because not only do I want to create the table, I want to create the moves they used as well, so I can get the real feel if 7th edition rules would work better or not, and in favour of whom. I suspect it'd be in favour of the Necrons. The Tyranids were quite strong in that narrative campaign, but I mean, we'll see. You know, we would see. You know. Sorry, just pulling this up so I can get to part of it here. It's gonna be a real bomb blast, bomb site area, this. But that's cool. Yeah, and I want to do like, I want to try and recreate the mission move for move. And obviously we'll get to these 7th edition changes. I'll deal with that as and when I get to it, you know. I thought that'd be super cool. My wife thinks I'm crazy, so you're bonkers doing it, but if it makes you happy, and it does, it makes me happy, ecstatically happy. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm not sure let's do it on my original tabletop, which is kind of based on Mars, because they just used an old sand gravel tabletop for theirs with a little bit of green flock here and there, which is what most tables were then, I think. They've come a long way since then, especially with all these gaming mats you can now get. And I'm tempted to go and get a gaming mat, foresty one or grassy one, because it's based in a forest. I'm kind of tempted by that, I'll be honest. And I've got a Frontline gaming mat. I've got a the Frozen Wasteland one. There's snow. But I have another one which is like a cracked earth, and that's kind of more of like a vinyl effect gaming mat, and I actually prefer that as a gaming mat. I don't know. When I say I prefer it, I don't mean it's like better in quality or anything like that, or like, you know, the dice rolls sound better on it or anything. Although I think they do sound quite good on it. What I mean is it comes out on camera better. It shows up on camera way better than the Frontline gaming ones do. That kind of the mouse mat material, because the vinyl ones are a little bit, I don't know, kind of got more of a bright hue to them. Not shiny, but on camera they just stand out more. They look better, I think. That's just a personal view. Right. Don't know how far I'll get on this before I have to find something else. But that, yeah, so I'd like to recreate that if I could. Yeah, there's no way I could have done this with traditional gaming paints. Way too expensive. Plus I'm only experimenting with this as it is, and I don't know if it's going to work even, you know, the colours will work. This would have to be like some sort of massive, I don't know, administration officey type building. And I'll just have to, you know, well, however it turns out, I'll just have to go with it, you know, because as you can see, it's a beast. Beast. But it's fun. I've found doing a bit of terrain. Never really used to be my thing, I'm not saying it is now or anything like that, but it's something different, isn't it? No matter how rubbish it turns out, you think, well, I did that myself. If it's too rubbish, just try again or improve on what you did. I wanted to have a big building, not completely devastated, although it is fairly devastated. It's half of it's missing, but they don't do any complete, well, not many that I know of, complete buildings in Warhammer 40k for the tabletop. They're all blasted to bits, and I'm sure they wouldn't all be blasted to bits. But there you go. I'm not paying too much particular care to this. Like I say, it's just poster paint. And I'm just trying to... You won't even see the undersides, but I'll get a little bit of the grey on there as well. I think that's... Oh no, I just think that I'd feel better knowing that it's done there, you know. So yeah, I want to recreate the Fate of Fayoum as a narrative campaign, although, you know, it's not my narrative. But see how it pans out with 7th edition rules. At least that's my plan. I don't know how long it would take me to get all the stuff to do it, but you know, I do things like that. If you know the second one they did, which was called Snuggabog's Greed, that one and Fate of Fame, I think those two were my favourites that they ever did. I think they were brilliant. And yeah, right, I think I've got a bit of mess on all of it now. Yeah, I think that's cool. Okay. Yeah, I like that. And I'll keep this whole... This is a cake base, I believe it was anyway. So yeah, that is my plan to recreate the Fate of Fayoum. However mad that makes me, I don't know, really. So all I'm going to be doing is just adding more white to the mixture. Make the grey lighter. So I'll just wait for a few moments. See, the great thing about this is it dries pretty darn quick. As you may or may not know, next month I'm starting my Astra Militarum August, and you may have seen my start collecting Astra Militarum unboxing, which I'm really super chuffed with. I've put it together, ready for priming and painting for next month. So that's what the on the benches will be next month. I've got the codex now, albeit the soft back version. I mean, I'd like a hardback version, but I'm going to wait for the new codex to come up because I think it won't be that long. So that's my plan for that. Then once I've recreated the Fate of Fayoum, I might try the same sort of scenario, with different armies. Astra Militarum can be one of them. Right, let's start with this lighter grey now. No, it needs to be a bit lighter than that. Yeah, so I'll recreate the ambush scenario with Astra Militarum. I don't know whether to pit it against Tyranids all the time, I'm not sure. I think I might do. Once I've got the right amount of Tyranids for the mission, I think I might play around with that. What I like about it is the simplicity of it. All it is getting off the board. That is it. That is it. That's the entirety of the mission. Get your stuff off the board. And then what happened in the original was all the units you took off, managed to get off the board, you added to your starting army on the next mission. And obviously all the ones that the Tyranids destroyed, well, they stayed destroyed. So right, so just going around with a lighter grey now. There are some stanchions in here which I'll have to do separately. I'll make them more metal-y, you know. Oh, dearie me. I've got myself one of those new technical paints for doing gemstones. I've got a model I want to be using it on, hopefully doing a tutorial at some point. And although it's not a gemstone on the model, but it's an orb, so I'm hoping it'll be a similar effect, you know. Really lighten this colour up for the next run. But that's okay. I'm just going to use sand and gravel for the bottom. I've got a few bits of caulking broken up to represent larger slabs of concrete that have fallen. You know, the score. It's not the most pretty bit of terrain in the world, I know. But like I've always said, terrain is not my forte. You guys probably start thinking, yeah, no shit Sherlock. But that's okay. That's okay. I can still use it. It's still going to be usable in my games. I'll do it up. You've got to have vision, I think, with terrain. I think with all of this stuff, you've got to have a little bit of an artist's mindset to see a finished product. Have a finished product in mind, know what it looks like. And that can be quite hard, I think, at times to see. Oh yeah, to see beyond what's right in front of you at that exact point of time. So there. Weather is great at the moment. We've had a couple of days of good weather, which is awesome. Absolutely awesome. So we've had, it's pots of tea in the garden time, you know. It's yeah, we like doing that when it's sunny. For those of you out there thinking, oh, that's just a cliche, Englishman cliche. No, it's not. We do it all the time in good weather. Always have done. Not that we get that much good weather, but if we had more, we'd be doing it more often. And I've been hoping that the weather's going to be nice for the weekend so we can have a barbecue. It's been a while, a couple of weeks since we had a barbecue, a few weeks actually. but it's not looking like it's going to be good for the weekend, so I'm a bit about that. So I've got the barbecue there, just need to get some stuff. I'm going to go shopping anyway. And yeah, just turn this around. Yeah, I'm just slapping this on. I'll chuck some what do you call it? Texture on it later. Don't know. Chuck a bit of sand on it. Who knows? Who knows what? Yeah, it's been a good couple of days, weather-wise. I've managed to film something. I might as well tell you guys now, because you are my confidants. I'm going to be doing a giveaway next month. I'll mention it in the video as well, but I know I said I'll do a video giveaway once I get to 500 subscribers, but I don't know how long that could be. Like I said, I might not even be here by then, so if I ever get there at all. So I might as well do the giveaway sooner rather than later, just so I can give something back to the community. And yeah, it's going to be a good one. I filmed the announcement for it yesterday. I uploaded that this morning, ready for the 1st of August. It's going to run for the month of August. So you'll have a month to get it done. As you will see, I'm asking you to make a video, but it's really not a big deal. It's not going to be one of these, or if you do this you'll get an extra so many vote entries. None of that. It's just one entry per person, per subscriber, and that's it. It's the way I roll. Yeah, I see why poster paint's quite cheap. Because it's naff. But it's only a bit of terrain. But then saying that, terrain is what makes the board, isn't it? It's what makes the game. Helps you suspend your vision of reality. You know. Is it hanging in the balance there? Oops, knocked a pot of paint down. Luckily it wasn't open. It's not even an overbrush, it's just more of a slapdash brush, that's what I call it. This is a strange on the bench. And the next one will be lighter again. I'll really lighten up next time around. There. gonna have? It's a really cheap brush, so I'll probably just chuck it away at the end of this. It's that cheap. So yeah, like I say, the weather's been good, and I've filmed the giveaway entry announcement, and that'll go up on the 1st of August. I think it's a Monday, can't remember. But yeah, I'll be doing a giveaway. It's not a lot, but it's all I can afford at the moment. But we'll hopefully get better as time goes by. And it's that whole I'm doing it now rather than wait till I get 500 subscribers, if I do, because my subscribers have been kind of stagnated for some time now, and they seem to go up and down in the weirdest of ways. Example, I can get 5 notifications saying someone has subscribed to you in one day. Look on the YouTube stats have either stayed the same or gone down. And that's weird, crazy weird. You know, it's I don't know what that's about. I really don't. I got an idea with this to try and give it a bit of texture. Maybe, I don't know if it'll work. Maybe when I finish putting the colours on, which isn't a lot, because it's just grey's getting lighter and lighter. Go in with, cover the whole thing in PVA, slap it on, and then, bear with me 1 second. Right, sorry about that. That was a phone call regarding our guttering and fascia. So the guy was coming around to give us a quote on it. One of those over quotes, you know, overpriced ones. That was a 1600 quid quote. I had one for about 50 quid the other day, but he didn't seem able to fit it in. That's the problem. But it's given me a chance to go away, have some pea and mint soup, and it's given us a chance to dry a bit. So that is cool. I forget, I've got some oranges here now to take as well. A load of white to put in here now. I think the council might actually be doing stuff now, cutting the grass and whatnot. So yay! So you want to really lighten this up now. Might even put some more in. With a never-ending grey then. Poster paint. At least it's cheap. But just looking at the sheer amounts of grey. I'm still not light enough, I don't think. Still needs to be lighter. So anyway, yes. I was talking about my Astra Militarum Codex, which I got. Took a while to get here though. Seems a lot of things I've ordered lately, you know, either haven't turned up at all or it's taken a while to get it. That was from eBay though, that one, so you know, whatever. Right. That's same again, same deal. It doesn't, I've got to be honest, it doesn't look great. putting on the poster paints, but you know, needs must. At the end of the day, needs must, and that's what I got to work with. So, gotta make the best of it. It's hard to overbrush or dry brush something which has no texture anyway. Like I said, I think I'm doing that thing with PVA glue. I might try it on just a small area first, because I might not like what it looks like. But I'm gonna give it a go. At least this stuff, this like foam card stuff, is cheap. So if it turns out really rubbish and you end up chucking it, it's kind of, you know, you haven't wasted an awful lot. Not really. It's like, oh, hey ho. That's the way the cookie crumbles, I guess. I've had a few people asking me about what my thoughts are on the rumours about the 8th edition rules coming out. And like I've said to one of them, I'll address that on P&Q. Because I've had a couple of emails now and someone's asked me on a different video what my thoughts are. So I will address it on P&Q. I think free inquiries warrants that. But yeah. I know years ago rules didn't come out that often. I just got paint on me, so hold on one moment. Luckily these are old shorts. Well, that's not too bad. Not too bad at all. It's me and my slapdashedness. Yeah, so years ago, the rule sets came out every 4 years. I think in this day and age, to be honest, and I'll mention all this on P&Q. Well, if I remember, I don't think companies can afford to wait 4 years before they bring out a new product for that. They want to keep up in a competitive market. And what we must realise is, at the end of the day, they are out to make money by selling their goods, and they're not going to do that if they don't bring out new releases. The problem is, you bring out a new rule set and then within a very short time frame, people are picking it to bits, going, well, this is wrong, that's wrong. Then they do FAQs and data sheets and downloads and erratas, and to be honest, there's too many of them. I'd rather have it all in one place. Particularly the Tyranid Codex. That's one reason I'm particularly looking forward to the next Tyranid Codex, because at the moment their rules are all over the shop. I just want them in one place. I'd like for them to get a bit of a buff as well. be nice just to see them get a bit more power back. Actually, the more I look at this, the more I think it's not that bad actually. Bit of terrain, it's alright, you know. Could be an abandoned factory or anything, couldn't it really? I've got other terrain bits as well to do. Yeah, sorry about that interruption there. But, guy said he was nearby, could he come around? And I said, yeah, sure. I'm in. Thinking about it, I don't think I brought the phone back out. Oh, never mind. Not expecting anyone to ring. Not particularly, anyway. Yeah, once I get the sand on here, I think it'll look a lot better. Yeah, so that's kind of all I'm really after, really. I'm just after a place where they can go and shoot out a couple of windows and gain a load of cover, which they would do. Just using my paper towels to clean up my palette. I'll try without making pig's ear of it. I'll get this looking white again eventually. Eventually. That's normal paper, that's no good. Oh. But yeah. Paint all over me. Good job this is poster paint. Comes off really easy. I'm just I'm not going to put the white on until it's thoroughly dry now. So I think that's what I'm going to do for that bit of it. Get through some blue towel here. Hopefully get more. What's that all about? That's alright, I've got another roll of it back there. I think that'll be fine for now. There's this brush. These cheap brushes are great for terrain, I've got to say. That'll be alright. Job done. So yeah. Once I get the white on the edges, it'll be fine, I think. So that's where it's going to be at. Yes, definitely need to wait for it to dry. Where to put it though, that's the thing. I'm going to pop it over here. I'm going to show you something. One of my next projects I'm going to do. There's a box where I've got some terrain, unpainted terrain in it. You may remember this because I cleaned them up on the bench before. It's my Crashed Aquila set. So, going to be painting these up. So super looking forward to that. Like so. So that'll look good on the tabletop as well. Better look at it there. You know, you're all familiar with that. I think it came with the Battle for Macragge starter set, I think. There you go. So I'll keep that nearby because I'll be needing to paint him soon. I do have some Raveners to paint. I want to start with a Calgar blue on the characters. I'm not going to be using this filthy palette for a while. So I'll pop that over there. Here we are. Knew I was missing something. My lights. Let's get in, zoomed in a little bit. Out there. Out there. Oh, I'm going to change the water as well, excuse me. Alright, just paint amongst yourselves for a minute. Alright. So what I've got to do is just wash out my bowl and then pop some more water in. My dog's following me all around. He's thinking, what the hell are you doing? So, new water. There we go. Fresh bowl of water. Excuse me, Rufus. Oh, I just realised. Found another tea coaster. Right. Anyway. Get there in a minute. Wash brush, I probably will need that. Maybe not that one. Ah, that'll do it. So that's good. Poster paint. Only good for terrain. So I'm going to do the carapace with Calgar blue as a base coat. Tiny dab of water in that nice. It's not a very thick paint anyway. I'm going to need to get another one of these, I think. Calgar blue. I know why it's low, because I have painted a lot of Legion of Everblight with it, and that was my base colour for their bony bits. But this is the colours I want these Raveners. And it'll soon darken up once I get the Drakenhof Nightshade on it as well, so yeah. looking like it needed a couple of coats. I kind of expected that, to be honest. That's okay, it's all good. I get asked why I stick with GW models, because they're so expensive. Because they're so good, that's why. They're the best models out there by far, I think. There's other good models and manufacturers out there, don't get me wrong, but none of them come close, I don't think, to the awesome quality and posability and the way they go together. It's just easy. Yeah. Birds are still singing. That's always good. That always makes it seem like summer when you hear the birds singing. So it's a bit of an unusual on the bench today, starting with the terrain. I'll probably end after I've done this one guy, and then I'll carry on doing the others. But because of the stop, and I didn't take a note of the time, it's difficult to judge how long I've been doing it for. I think I've been doing it for about an hour. I'm not entirely sure. I'm never entirely sure. I like to keep these to about an hour long if I can. Sometimes it creeps over, sometimes it's a lot less, you know. Just the way it works out. And, get these Raveners done. Not that they're in the first mission of Fate of Fayoum, but they are in other ones, and who knows, even if I don't film them, I may just play through them, see if it works better with 7th edition or not. Obviously there was house rules, narrative house rules applied to the game as well. Largely the reanimation protocols. See how they fare. I think the dog is chasing flies, trying to catch flies. He does that. So that's this guy done for the first coat of that one. We might even leave it as it is. Put the Dragon off nightshade on, it might look alright. Oh, stuff it. I'll keep going for a little bit. That's okay. That's cool. I mean, why not, right? Reminds me, I've got to send an email to someone in a moment. I mustn't forget to do that. I think I might have to stop after this guy because I'll be out of paint anyway. I can get on with rendering it all together then, can't I? Yay! Does it take ages rendering sometimes? Mind you, I know I'm lucky compared to a lot of people. Their rendering time process seems to take them a long time compared to me, but I appreciate the I suppose I appreciate the speed of my computer and my internet connection, but I also appreciate the fact that other people stick with it and see it through and get the videos up for us all to watch. So yeah, I do appreciate that. He's not happy about something. Could be a next door neighbour's dog coming up to the wall, anything like that. It's not usually that bothered, but it's more likely someone walking in front of the house or something. These raveners, they're cool. There we are, so that's 2 done, and I'm gonna call it a day there, I think. So zoom you out. There we go. So thank you for joining me on this on the bench, and hope you got stuff done. Like I say, sorry about the interruption there when the phone went. I was half expecting him to ring anyway, but yeah, I think I kind of lost my flow a bit of what I was talking about then, but hey, it happens. But great, got stuff done. I got that piece of terrain done. Whether I'm going to be using it anyway, I've decided I'm going to see it through to the bitter end, even if it's just using it as a test piece to try different techniques on. So I've got that. So I was trying out these poster paints, these cheapy things here. No way I'm using this sort of stuff on terrain. Not that size anyway. I'll use it on smaller bits, but not that. And a couple of raveners, then I'll crack on with the last one after. Thank you once again so much. If you can, please take time to look at my Patreon account. If not, just like, subscribe and share. Share the videos around. Share. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye for now.